All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mackenzie, and I am an OACAC member and as well as a volunteer for the Virtual College Exploration there for all high school students. Just as a reminder today, your cameras and microphones are turned off, so we cannot see or hear you. However, please feel free to ask any questions that you may have by clicking that Q&A button down at the bottom. Now, we may not have time to get to all of your questions today, but our panelists will be receiving a transcript of all of your questions as well as your contact information, and we'll be happy to reach out to you once they do receive that to answer those questions privately. If you have not done so already, please make sure that you sign up for more of these sessions at oacac.org, and you can see our full schedule there. We are also recording today's sessions and all of the sessions, and they will be posted on the oacac.org website as well. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and turn the presentation over to Sarah.
Can you hear me?
It's really lagging, Sarah. Try again.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sarah Healy, and I am an admissions
Hey, Sarah, still lagging a bit.
American College Dublin. So what I'd like to start off by saying this is their street.
Hey, Sarah, it's still lagging a bit. Could you try to mute yourself and then turn back on? Talk again.
Okay. Is this better?
Now I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes, I can't. Your screen is black, so if you need to reshare your screen, but at least we can hear you now.
Okay. Okay. Are we back on track?
Yes, it looks and sounds great right now.
Okay, perfect. Sorry about that. So my name is Sarah Healy. I am an admissions recruiter for the American College of Dublin in the United States. And I'm very happy to be here today and speak with all of you. So I want to start off the presentation by saying that this is a pretty standard street in Dublin. There's plenty to do. There's lots to see. As you can see, restaurants, shops, bars, anything you can really imagine. And if you would bring your attention to the end of the street, that is St. Mary's Church. And that is where American College of Dublin and most of the colleges in Dublin hold their formal graduation ceremonies. So there's something to look forward to. So what makes our university so special? These are a few of the core characteristics that we believe really set us aside. So the fact that it is an Irish American university, which means that it's duly accredited, but I'll speak a little bit more on that in a few slides. The Socratic lectures, the urban society, and your opportunity to really study in history, which again, I will elaborate on. So American College of Dublin, like I said, is an Irish American university, which means that it is accredited both in Ireland and the United States. So that's through the Quality and Qualifications Ireland and the Middle States Commission on Higher Education. So essentially what this means is that students are able to decide and pick a path that they feel fits them the best. So with the accreditation from Ireland through the QQI, you will go and get your undergrad in 3 years. So you know what you want to major in, so you go in and you get that done in 3 years. Now with the middle states, you know, you're doing that path that is more standard in the US. So it's 4 years, and you have that core curriculum and those extra classes that you would take along with your standard classes that are also within your major. So it really gives an opportunity for the student to pick which path they think is the best fit for them. Next are the small interactive lectures. So the lectures at the American College of Dublin are typically less than 20 students, and this arrangement really allows for an interactive experience with discussion, debate, and of course, a little sprinkle of Irish wit. So I was actually able to visit the school this past February and sit in on a few classes. And what I noticed is that the students are very engaged, not only with the professor, but with their other students. So there was a lot of opportunity for the students to break out into smaller groups and speak to one another. So they're not just learning from the professor, but they're able to learn from their peers and bounce these ideas back and forth off of each other, which is very special because you're not only learning when a professor is just reading you the notes and you're copying them down, but when that true discussion begins to happen and you get people's different perspectives on the topics. Next is the urban campus. So what ACD and what we really want to emphasize to our students is that Dublin is your campus. You are not confined to the walls that create the American College of Dublin, but we really want you to take advantage of the city. Because what's so important and exciting is that you are able to learn about these different topics and history and culture in the classroom, but then actually walk out of the front door and be able to see it for yourself. And that's really what we want the students to take advantage of. Because yes, you learn a lot in the classroom, but you learn just as much when you're out adventuring and finding new things, and finding those little quirks in the city that make it so special. So the building which American College of Dublin is in is actually the childhood home of Oscar Wilde. So it's really incredible being in the building and thinking about all the people that have probably walked in and out of that front door that you see on the left. So that door with the students in front of it is the kind of main entryway of the building. That's original stained glass. So, and they really wanted to be careful and pay attention to detail to keep things as close to they actually were when the Wildes were living there. So it's a really special, intimate place where you feel the history and you want to learn and you want to engage in the stories that are being told in that building. So our administration for students is based on the Caltech model. So it is small by design with an emphasis on reducing bureaucracy. So if you need anything, the doors of the administration are always open. The students are encouraged to drop by and get to know the people that work at the American College of Dublin. They're all extremely friendly. I sat in on a oil and business management class, and the professor came up to me after and said, "Do you want to go get lunch together?" So little things like that make you feel very comfortable in another country and a new school and a new place, and they want the students to know that they're there, whether it be a question for class, a question about the city itself, anything like that. And they really put an emphasis on having a very open flow of the building and allowing for students to kind of have free range almost. So Rory is our VP and academic dean, and he just has a little quote for us. So ACD has provided an outstanding, personalized, interactive, and relevant learning experience to domestic and international students in the heart of Dublin for over 25 years. And our alumni have gone on to a range of accomplishments in further education, careers, and their personal lives. So if you're looking for one sentence to really describe American College of Dublin, he truly sums it up perfectly. What we aim to do for our students is for them to feel confident about leaving after graduation, whether it be 3 or 4 years, and know I can really take on my life, and I feel confident in what I've learned and how I can translate that into my job or anything like that, and just taking on the city and the rest of your life. So next, I just want to give you a quick play-by-play of the courses that we offer for our undergraduate and graduate courses. So something that you can think about a little further down the road. So for the bachelors, we offer the 3-year bachelors, which is the QQI verified classes. So that would be in international business and liberal arts. And then we have the standard 4-year, which is accredited through the Middle States, in international business, hospitality management, event management, and then liberal arts with a specialization in English, history, Irish studies, or American studies. And then we have the 4-year BFA in musical theater, performance, and creative writing. So, there's a lot of great programs for a potential student coming in to take a look at. So we had to include a beautiful picture of the Cliffs of Moher. So again, not only exploring Dublin itself, but the whole country. Go out to Galway, which is on the west coast of the country, and really seeing everything that you can, because there is so much to see. Ireland is an extremely diverse place, geographically speaking, culturally speaking. So there's a lot to see, there's a lot to find. So next is the master's programs that we offer. So we do a 1-year MBA in international business and oil and gas management, and then a 1-year MFA in creative writing, performance, fashion design, music for motion picture and contemporary media, which is actually in Bulgaria. It's kind of like a partner program. And then a 1-year MS in performance coaching. So what a lot of people will do is they will take the 3-year undergrad path through the QQI, and then do the 1-year master's. And then, so you would leave after 4 years in what most people would just have an undergrad degree, and you leave with a master's in that same amount of time. So it's something to think about, absolutely. So the American College of Dublin welcomes applicants from truly every corner of the globe. And because of this, we can't necessarily rely on a single metric for admissions. So our requirements are aimed at gathering a holistic view of the applicant. So in other words, we want to know who you are as a student, a person, kind of what makes you tick, what drives you, what you're passionate about, everything like that. We want to know wholesomely who you are. We don't look at students as just another number on the page, but we want to know who you are and how you would fit into the culture that is American College of Dublin. So because of that, what we do require is a minimum 2.0 GPA verified by transcript, or a resume and any previous third level transcripts for mature students, but I think we'll probably worry about the first one. And then a second requirement is a personal statement that describes why you would like to study your chosen area at ACD. So this is an opportunity for you as a student to really describe yourself and give us a good sense of who you are, which is kind of what I mentioned on the last slide. This is the time for you to advocate for yourself and really give us an insight into who you are as a student and a person. And then these items are optional. So resume, standardized test scores, AP test scores, any recognition or awards or publications. So if you don't include them, you know, it won't hurt you, but it's another way to show us another side of you. So this is a little snapshot from Galway. You know, a man just singing in the streets. There's, you know, you'll find things like that, of course, anywhere, but it just shows the spontaneity and the fun culture that Ireland has, from one side to another. There's always something to do, something going on, something for you to discover in the streets. So the tuition and fees, the undergraduate tuition for non-European students is €9,000 for the year. So with the exchange rate, you know, that might change, but that is what it is. And then the BFA is €9,500. The reason that's just a bit more expensive is because there are different locations where the performing arts students will have classes and, you know, different books and things like that. So this is actually the Trinity rugby team. So Trinity is right behind us. It's like a 2 or 3 minute walk. But something very special is that everyone's very inclusive. So if you wanted to say join like their club rugby team or something like that, they're more than willing to have you and include you in that, which is something very special. So the cost of living for 2 semesters would be 10 to 12,000 euro. This is including accommodation, living expenses, books, student visa. This figure is an estimate, as there are a lot of different situations with every student. But they say that usually you will not spend more than that. So that would be for a year. So that's something to think about. Do you have any questions for me? I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much.
Sorry about that, Sarah. I was trying to get my screen turned back on.
No worries.
Alrighty. Just a few closing things for all of the participants out there. Thank you again for joining us, and thank you, Sarah, for presenting today. A quick survey will pop up once you close out of your window. It's only 4 questions, so if you could please take the time. I'm sure that Sarah, as well as OACAC, would love to see your responses. Remember to sign up for more sessions so you can continue learning about the college search process, as well as these individual institutions that are presenting. And again, this presentation, as well as all the other ones provided by OACAC, will be posted on OACAC's website once we are completely done with our series. So make sure to check that out. That's all we have for you all today, and thank you and have a great day.
Thank you.